What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. This little unhouse lady, she getting on my nerve. June, she working my damn nerve. Like she sitting over here coughing up a damn lung, all because her ass wanted to sleep at the overpass. Didn't want the hotel that they got her. Oh, you want to sleep out in the cold underneath a highway? Now you coughing. Done caught a cold, and they only try to get her some tea. She gonna sit there. I don't drink that. I don't drink. You little homeless woman, drink the damn tea, please. These folks trying to help you. You over here so happy to sleep under a highway? Are you crazy? You rather sleep under a highway? You don't want the tea? I would stop helping her. Like if they're so big on helping unhoused people, it's plenty more that out there that's actually grateful for the help. Cause this one over here, she not grateful. She's very ungrateful. Like I'm just saying. I would look for somebody else to help out. She's sitting there, oh, I'm not staying at that charity hospital. The heifer don't stay there then. Ugh. The attitude. But it just seems like that cough is getting worse and worse. Naomi done lost her fucking mind. She gonna sit there, look at Jacob, babe, touch her forehead. I was looking around like, who the hell is babe? What babe you talking about? Because if I was Jacob, hell no, I ain't touching her forehead. No. You not about to have me touch some homeless person's forehead. I'm not doing it. I don't know this lady. I don't know if I don't know her. I'm not touching no homeless person's forehead. I'm just not doing it. No. And it's no shade, but no. Mm-mm. Listen, even people who are not homeless, I don't even touch their hand like that. I don't even shake their hand. What make you think I'm touching somebody's forehead that be on the streets? No. You go touch her fucking forehead, and if you do it, you ain't coming to bed with me. I'm just saying. No. Babe, touch her forehead. Get the hell on somewhere. You must want to be divorced. Cause I'm not doing that shit. He gonna go right there. Jacob. Hey, I don't give a damn if that's my wife or not. I'm sorry, I can't stand marriages where dudes just do whatever the hell they spouse tell them to do. No, put your foot down because that's just something I couldn't do. Nope, nope. And this heifer gonna sit here and pretty much pass out at the table. I said, "Oh Lord, get her to the hospital now." Matter of fact, don't take her to the hospital because she ain't got no insurance, obviously. So who paying for the hospital stay? Wouldn't be me. I mean, why? I'm just saying, like, you tried to help this lady. She don't want the help. And then she ended up dropping it, looked like a piece of paper or an old photograph or something like that Naomi found. I said, oh, I wonder who's in the photo. Looked like it could be a photo or a paper with something on it. I don't know. I couldn't get a good look at it. But something is definitely up with Miss June. Like, I feel like there's something bigger going on with her. I definitely feel like she could probably be Haley mom or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. So anyway, moving on from that. Speaking of Bill and Haley, Lord, Haley need to go find something to do. She got too much free time on her hand. Like for somebody that pretty much demanded she keep her job, I'm like, baby, I don't see no work. Where the folders at? You ain't coming in that office with no files. So what do you do? Shouldn't you be over there typing up a brief or something? Like, I don't know, do something that's work related. This heifer had a nerve to come up in that office to talk to Bill about a honeymoon. Baby, he already took you on one. Granted, it was cut short, but you already been on one, and you sitting here talking about, oh, you want to finish the honeymoon somewhere, ma'am? Go to work. You see this man all up in his office working. He has a job. He has things to do. And she thought that shit was sexy too when she threw all his stuff off the desk. I'm like, baby, that ain't sexy. Ain't nothing sexy about you throwing my cell phone on the floor. I'm just saying, you buying me another one too. Cause that shit got a crack on it, you buying me a new one. Throwing all my paperwork on the floor. I would have been tight. Throw my shit on the floor if you want to. This ain't sexy. This cringy. Don't be throwing my shit on the ground. Talking about, oh, I was trying to do it like the girl in the movie. We ain't in the damn movie. Don't throw my shit on the ground and pick it up. Y'all see why you see why I'm not married? Because listen, my whole marriage would be a mess. I get married one day, be annulled the next. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, me and marriage do not go hand in hand. I'm telling you, because it's some shit I won't tolerate. Um, but yeah, throwing stuff under the, what is wrong with you? Trying to be sexy. Do it another way, because that ain't it. Bill trying his hardest to hide those hand tremors though. Something going on with that hand. I'm like, what is going on with him? Like, you got Parkinson's or something? The shingles? Like, what you got going on? Tremors? Like, what? I forgot the other medical. But what you got going on, Bill? Because that hand just, I'm like, he got to grab it every minute and control it. I'm like, the fuck going on with you? I wonder if he drunk that juice. Y'all remember, it's that damn movie. It's one of my favorites too. The Nutty Professor. Remember when Sherman was drinking that juice and he started shaking and doing all that shit and he turned into Buddy Love. I wonder if that's what's going on. No, I'm just playing. But something going on with Bill. He need to go get that shit checked. And something tell me his stubborn ass ain't gonna go to no hospital, go get a check. He probably gonna let it get worse and worse and worse before he go do something about it. Little stubborn self. I'm surprised. Well, Haley too vain to notice. Of course, she ain't gonna notice that. Haley seemed like a very vain ass person. Like she wouldn't notice that man going through something. Haley sitting over there fixing her makeup, worried about her vacation. That's all she worried about. Um. So anyway, moving on from that. Um. I get where like Vernon is coming from. I love Vernon and Anita. I love their relationship. And I get where Vernon coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants Anita to make up with her group and stuff like that, but it's easier said than done. And Anita knows that. And she's very realistic about the situation because she knows that they didn't end things on great terms. She was like, she treated them bad when she went in solo and haven't probably spoke to them girls since. So I can see why after all these years she wouldn't want to pick up the phone and call. But I love how Vernon encourages her because he feel like, well, shit, enough time done passed. Time sometimes heal all wounds, but that's not always the case. I love them though when they were sitting at the piano trying to sing together and she was laughing at his singing voice. That was hilarious. Like they're too cute together. Like I love that. I love seeing older married couples, especially older black married couples. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them just keep that spark alive in their marriage is super fun. And I love how he speaks life in her because every time Anita talks about her voice not being where it used to be, Vernon don't be wanting to hear that. He said, listen, cut that out. He said, stop that nonsense. Your voice is beautiful back then. It's still beautiful now. Stop down talking yourself. Stop talking down about yourself. I love that. That's a marriage. Like that's how you encourage your lady. It's just a thing of beauty. But I love how she buckled and later on tried to call one of her group mates baby when she called. I think the girl was Sharon. When she called Sharon hung that phone up so quick. Click. She said hello. She said this Anita. I said Anita, you gonna have to try harder because that's not working. But I'm like, damn, it's been all these years and they still hold that grudge. I can't wait for them to get the group members up here because I really want to know the tea. Like, what happened back then? Because I know Anita said that she didn't treat them right when she went solo, but I need further detail. Like, what was said? What was done? Like, did she treat them like redheaded stepchildren? Like, what did she do? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, was she that rude and callous? Like, I need to know their side of the story. Like, I need full disclosure on what happened. So I can't wait to get that. That shall be interesting. I can't wait to see the group members. I wonder who they're gonna cast. That's my biggest thing. Like, who are they gonna get? Because I think that's gonna be pretty dope. So anyway, moving on from that, I love that Andre went to go see Nicole. You know what I'm saying? Even though Nicole didn't want to see him in that moment, because she's pissed at anybody who knew what Ted was doing. I think she's pissed. She doesn't know how to feel right now about anybody. And I get where she's coming from because when you deal with a betrayal like that, you don't know who you can trust. You really don't, especially after finding out that Andre knew. But the thing about it is, I love how Danny came in and, to defend her man. Because at the end of the day, yes, he knew, but it's not like he's known for years. That man literally only knew maybe a week or two before Nicole knew. So I love how Danny defended him. She shouldn't be angry at him. let it go, get that man a pass. And I love that, she thought about it and she had to shrink herself for a minute and, tell, because Danny was like, I want you to tell me what you would tell your patient who's going through the same thing you're going through. If Andre was standing in front of you or in front of your patient or whatever, your patient going through the same thing, what would you tell your damn patient? And I love it because Nicole didn't want to face the fact, but she had to. She had to shrink herself, and she realized it. She taking her anger out on Andre when Andre's not the problem. And it's hurting him just as much as it's hurting her. Well, not just as much, but it's hurting him to see her hurt. He never wanted to bring that on her. And that's part of the reason he didn't say anything. He was put in a bad position by Ted, because that's still his uncle at the end of the day. And he loved both of them. He didn't want to betray his uncle's, trust and his confidence, but at the same time, he didn't want to hurt Nicole. You know what I'm saying? Telling her a secret like that, it would have devastated her. She devastated either way, but still, it should have came from Ted, not from Andre, not from Leslie, not from anybody. It should have came from punk ass Ted. That's who it should have came from. And I love how Nicole, let her feelings out. She was like, at the end of the day, do I wish you would have came to me and told me? Absolutely. But I can't hold that against you. So I'm glad that, she's starting to be cool with Andre again. Because he ain't the problem. You got bigger issues than Andre. And I love how she picked up on the fact that something going on between Danny and Andre. Because I knew she picked up on something. Because she kept looking back and forth at them. She kept cutting her eyes at both of them. And I was like, she's starting to figure that shit out too. And Danny denied that shit. Oh, ain't nothing going on over there. She was like, I ain't moving on that fast. She said, nah, you know the situation I just got out of. She said, I ain't looking for no commitment, nothing serious. And I believe that. I believe it. I just wish that she could have just told Nicole the truth right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Because that was your way of telling her, like, you should have just freaking told her. I was hoping she would have. I mean, I understand, Danny don't like people in her business like that, and her and Andre are grown folks who are enjoying each other, and that's it. She don't want to make a thing out of it. So I can understand why she keeping that to herself, but damn, I wish she would have just told her. I'm like, and Nicole probably just deep down, Nicole probably don't believe her because Nicole, she got a vibe from them, and I'm pretty sure she don't believe it. She just chose to let that shit go in the moment. She was like, you know what, I ain't about to fight you. But I love when Danny and Andre hooked up later at her house. They look so damn good together. They really do. But I respect it though. Why Danny want to keep it quiet, keep it between the two of them and stuff like that. I respect it. But they look damn good together. So moving on from that, Eva needs to just leave things alone. Like, I understand, like, she's trying to create a bond between her and Kat. She trying to put the beef behind her. I get that, but at the end of the day, stop forcing yourself on people. Like, stop. You can't, you can't force people to like you or to bond with you. And I love how Kat keeps it 100 with her. Like, Kat didn't sugarcoat shit with her. She was like, no shade, but I don't rock with you. We're never gonna bond with each other. We're never gonna be cool. That's it. And I love that she kept it real with her. And Eva even had to accept it and smile about it and was like, you know what? That's fine. You do you. I can't, at least I can say I tried. I'm like, exactly. But Eva need to read the room. You know what I'm saying? Just stay out of people's way. You can't force people to forgive you and like you. It takes time. It's not going to happen instantly. It's not going down. Like, you just got to give people their space and give them their time. And I love how Kat, of all people, hold Eva accountable. Because don't get me wrong, I do feel bad for Eva because at the end of the day, she was manipulated. This is something she learned from childhood from her mother. Her mother put all those ideas in her head and stuff ever since childhood. So I get it. But at the same time, being a young adult and still going through with trying to destroy somebody, that's a choice that you made. So that's something you got to live with. And people have the right to feel how they feel about you. And if they choose to change their mind about you, that's their choice. And they have to do it at their speed, not at yours. You know what I'm saying? They got to do it on their timetable. Same thing with Kat. If Kat ever chooses to try to get to know her better and want to forge some type of relationship, that has to be on Kat when she's ready. And clearly she ain't nowhere near ready for that. Probably never will be. Eva has to be okay with that. Martin pissed me off a little bit Because, and I'm gonna tell you why he pissed me off a little bit, because when he went to go talk to Kat and invite her to the house for pizza night or whatever, I respect that he wants to get to know Eva. I really do. I respect that he wants to cut her some slack because he know that all of this wasn't just her fault. It was her mom. And I respect it. I do. I respect that. But he needs to learn how to read the room too, because he's doing the same shit Nicole tried to do before. When Nicole invited Eva to places and sit at the table, you're invalidating Kat's feelings. You know, trying to force her to get along with this girl. And I love how Kat, once again, Kat kept it real with him. She said, listen, if you want to get to know that girl, you want her around your children, your husband, your family, you want to get to know her. Kat was like, that's on you. Kat was like, kudos to you. I want nothing to do with Shorty. I'm not mad at Kat for that. She's honest. And she was, you know, I can't help but respect that honesty, because it was brutally honest. She was like, you do whatever you want to do. You want to get to know the girl, I'm not going to be mad at you for it. That's your choice. I choose not to deal with her. I respect it. They got to stop forcing that. They have to. You can't keep trying to force her and Eva to get along. It's not going to work. But I could see the happiness on Eva's face when she see that Martin's starting to come around to getting to know her and accept her. You know, she was really happy about that. You know, and I'm happy for her. Of course, when she got to the house, Samantha wasn't that happy. Samantha was like, She said, nope. She was basically a mini cat. She said, no, no, no. Get her out. Get her out. She changed her tune now. I love the little hair montage that they were doing when Samantha started asking Eva where she worked, stuff like that. About her hairstyles and stuff, hairstyling. And she told her about the swanky little hair salon that Ted hooked her up with. Of course Samantha know about that place. And, Smitty was talking about how Samantha wanted to get a makeover and all that type of stuff. I love the montage where Eva got to shine and everybody got to see her in her element, doing hair, all that type of stuff. That was dope, because she killed it. Like, showing her all the different hairstyles and stuff. That was dope. And I'm glad that she got to bond with them and get to know them. Like, that was a really hot family moment. And I love what Samantha did, though, for her brother. Inviting his little girlfriend over, or, Jessica or whatever, inviting her over, trying to play Cupid. I thought that was pretty funny. That was pretty dope. I'm glad Martin got to tell them about his potential presidential run, even though he decided to put that on pause right now. I'm glad that he spoke to them about it, about, possibly doing it, but he want to put family first. He want to make his family a priority, because he knows that, running for public office like that, big office like that, it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's going to be a lot of media scrutiny on their family. And with everything that's been going on with the Duprees, he don't want to do that. So I'm glad he explained it. Samantha was just like, listen, can we get to the food? Like, can we eat? Can we chill? Samantha was over it. She was like, I don't want to talk about this no more. But yeah, this was a pretty solid episode. I enjoyed this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.